Welcome back to the KOM Morning News on Fox 14. We got Jim Zaleski here in the studio today. He's an Economic Development and Tourism Director of the City of Parsons, Kansas. Welcome to the show, Jim. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me on.
So tell us a little bit about what this event is going to be. I know it's your first time doing this event, correct?
Sure. It's the first time for a lot of things now in economic development. Economic development on a macro view has changed from business recruitment to some more hardcore things. It's morphed over the last 20 to 24 months, post-pandemic. Now it's childcare, housing, and workforce development, things that weren't necessarily mainstream economic development in the past. Every community is facing these challenges. I mean, Labette County itself, 3% unemployment, below 3% unemployment the last several months. So as a community, what we want to do is bring together the leadership of our industries. We have 16, 18 large employers in the greater Labette County area. We want to bring those leaders, the CEOs, the plant managers, the shift leaders. We're all facing the same problems. So let's do this, but let's do it on a relaxed social environment. Get these leaders, the ladies and gentlemen that are leading our industry, into the same room. As a community, then we can start to address the challenges that are facing everybody. I think this is an approach that you'll see more and more of. We're just kind of breaking ground here a little bit by having this. So let's get those leaders together in a very social environment, talk about the challenges. It's workforce, housing. How do we approach those? What do we do to face those challenges?
And those are big topics right now everywhere.
Absolutely.
So tell us where this is going to be at and when.
It's going to happen tomorrow night, 4 to 6, come and go, real easy. It's at Free State Cigar. We've reached out to the plant managers and the CEOs of our larger corporations in town, our manufacturers, banks. It's just really just a relaxed time for the leadership to get together and socially interact, but we can start talking about our common challenges. We've been very lucky on our main street. We're 100% full in our downtown district, but we want to grow that synergy. There needs to be critical mass around that. But to do that, you need rooftops, you need housing. There's some challenges out there for smaller rural communities, and they're all the same. So let's get together and face those one-on-one. I mean, let's pick out our priorities and go after those. But to do that, we have to have leadership in the same room. So this is just a start. Get the leadership in the same room. We'll relax and have a great time. But that's where the real work is done, when you get to talk to your peers in the manufacturing industry, and let's figure out the challenges and prioritize them. And then we'll start to figure out how we're going to take it on.
So this is going to be a continued annually thing that you guys meet.
Well, what we'd like to do is take it even further than that. Let's go quarterly, or maybe every quarter. It's not just the plant manager, CEO. Maybe it's a group of HR directors. They have common problems. It's a group of distribution directors. They have common problems. But approaching it as a community, there's no longer animosity, and there can't be feuding amongst just, it's the sleeping with the enemy theory. And this is great, even though manufacturers may compete against one another for employees or for distribution lines, right now, cooperation and bringing it together is what's going to solve our problems.
And you said it's at the Cigar Lounge.
Sure.
In Parsons, which will be open to the public the day of tomorrow of your meeting. So if people come in, are they allowed to just stop by and hey, this is my idea? Sure they could.
You never know where the best new idea is going to come from. So Free State Cigar right there in historic downtown Parsons. It's just a very casual, what we call it. It was Free State Cigar, the original social media. That's where, in the past, that's where business leaders would get together in that type of environment and discuss these problems. So we want to re-energize that opportunity.
And it's tomorrow night. Tell us again what time it starts.
Come and go, 4 to 6 tomorrow night, Free State Cigar, Main Street, Parsons. It's going to be a great event, very laid back.
All right. Well, great to have you here.
Thanks for having me on.
Coming. We'll be right back.